What's going on, everybody? Here we are in Surviving the Aftermath, an early access game by Paradox, our great friends that provided us with the gift that is City Skylines. If you haven't yet heard of this game, it's a post-apocalyptic city builder, and I've seriously been in the mood for this whole post-apocalypse scenario. I almost reinstalled Fallout 76 again, decided against it, almost reinstalled Fallout 4 just to rebuild Sanctuary with all the mods and stuff. But then I ran across this little gem over here, and I thought, why not? Surviving the Aftermath sounds like a great game to check out. So let's jump right in and try to survive in the barren wasteland. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with this new series, and like the video as well. That always helps me a lot. Now, I did play a little bit before just to get a kind of feel of this game. We will not be needing a tutorial, and we will just go medium across the board. So a little bit challenging, nothing brutal or anything like that. So the world is desolate and unforgiving. Fertile soil will be at 25%. Yes, please. Some disasters, common catastrophes. I did run across one catastrophe where a meteor shower was literally targeting all of my buildings, so that was a little bit odd. Let's say we have a trusted car that finally broke down. 7 adults, 3 children, numerous challenges. Some organized bandits, hard exploration, that is alright, and we are survivalists. Challenging but fair. Our colors. We will stick with our blue theme of this channel, and too bad there's no griffin, but that is alright. We will choose this polar bear or whatever kind of bear he is, and our colony name will be somewhere. No, although that is kind of funny, but we will be the Kingdom of Nordic, and our motto will be human together strong. And we shall launch this colony into the orbit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in our beautiful colony called Nordic. We got a couple of homeless people here and there, Hannah, Samuel, and a couple of children. We got a wild boar, wild animals that might occasionally attack colonists. I have no idea what to do with this guy. I haven't run into boars just yet. But anyways, this seems like a great starting location. These areas right over here are barren wastelands, which means that we cannot put fields or water over there. But that's okay, because our city center over here looks pretty clean and clear, so that's awesome. I'm thinking of doing an industrial zone right over here, where we can have all of our resources: the scrapper to make metal scrap, recycler to make plastic and fiber and cloth, and then the sawmill to create planks for us. But let's start off by moving the work area of the stockpile, and just to grab a wide variety of items. We got concrete and planks over here, and as well over there. There's actually a lot of resources around. But let's clear this area first. That way we can expand north. And this is the food storage area, and we got a lot of berries right next to us, so this is actually a great starting location. Now, first things first, water, the essence of all civilization. But let's set up a little bit of a road layout first. So we'll do an avenue over here, and then since this is going to be the gate at one point over here, let's have, you know what? We will demolish this car, of course, and then we'll have a road go over here and over there. So this will be our central avenue. We'll have a couple of houses, some stores in the future. I don't really know to what extent, but this is going to be our central boulevard right over here. This is going to look pretty, and then the center will be decorated and whatnot with decorations such as the flowering bushes, torches, lanterns, braziers, or I don't even know how to pronounce that. Please don't mind, English is not my very first language. But the water well. As we can see, there's the work area efficiency, and somewhere over here, this is at 100% right there. So this seems to be a great spot, because anywhere else, yeah, that seems to be the best spot there is for this guy. So our colonists will have to do a little bit of a trek to get their water, but that's okay. We'll keep them busy, and we want busy people so that they don't get any silly ideas of our colony not being awesome. So let's plop down a couple of tents over here, and right here, and right over there by Mr. Boar. Hopefully he does not mind us being here. I honestly have no clue what to do with this guy. Do we hunt him, or do we just ignore him? I have no idea. But let's grab the trapper. And the trapper is most efficient if he's located close to the woods. So 45%, and maybe we'll just have him right over here. 94% efficiency. If we move him one spot over, he's actually at 100. So right over there will be our trapper, and he will get us some good food going and stuff. So that's awesome. Perfect. Now, next up, I think we should think about putting in the medical tent as well. And then we got the tool shop, of course, as well. The tailor to make more clothes. And then the gate over here, which will open up the world map, which is right over here. And this is pretty barren, actually. This is definitely a wasteland. But our colony will be the shining star of this whole disaster. Alright, so our boar is moving down our central avenue. He's minding his own business for now, so that's great. Maybe the trapper will actually take care of him, I hope. Alright, so we need plastic for sure, because we are running out. There's a little bit of plastic right over here, so hopefully that gets transported eventually. And we actually need another house as well, huh? So if we begin work on our industrial zone, and we will just create a little bit of a square right over here, one more over. Perfect. So this will be the beginning of our industrial zone. So this area kind of looks like, hey, you walk in, nice colony you guys got there, and right away you are not hit with the houses, so our people will be safe in the back. But first things first, you will hit the industrial zone and see the productivity, because that's what we need. Productive people. And let's try to get plastic going very soon over here. So the scrapper, we'll plop you right over here. And that should be done very soon. So the trapper and the scrapper. No, this is the recycler. Okay, the trapper and the recycler will be the first buildings we have. Hopefully nobody gets injured anytime soon, because we do not have a medical clinic. And we need 12 plastic to build a medical clinic. So maybe we will actually put 2 guys on this building. 2 workers, so that they can finish grabbing this. And where's the next plastic scrap? Oh, it's right over here. So that's not too far. They can easily hop on over there. We do need to build more shelters, because these guys are homeless. And these homeless guys just don't want to work, huh? Oh, this is Sophia, little child, and Alfie. Alright, so while these buildings are being built, let's check out the tech tree over here, which is very... I'm honestly a big fan of this. You got communal eating, you got a couple of sections over here, food production, colony, security, and exploration. So as you can see, there's quite a number of buildings that you unlock. So communal eating, you got the cookhouse, the logging camp, there's a greenhouse available, bigger fields, bore well, and large water towers. Got the mill and the bakery, so you can make some baguettes, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way. And also the mess hall. What does this do? Feeding a large number of people. The chef training unlocks the mess hall. Very interesting. Anyways, you got energy storage, battery, and whatnot. And then you got communal living, more houses over here. A school, paper windmills. What the heck do those do? Are those just for decoration? I'm assuming they're for decoration. You can plop those outside of the school. That would actually be really cool. Paved roads. Plastic flowers. Plastic violas. Viola. I don't know. General storage, environmental station, nuclear waste storage, so you can clear the land of nuclear waste. Reinforced gate, centralized repairs. This is awesome over here. The trade center and a radar as well. So the way you get research points, let's speed this up a little bit actually over here. The way you get research points is by sending out a explorer that you get eventually. I think it's just a matter of time, or I don't know if it depends on the gate. Oh yeah, actually I think you have to build the gate first and then you get an explorer. And then you can send them out into the wilderness and they will get you more stuff. And they will also get you research points. So, we got 7 carriers, which I believe I've gathered so far is just people that are pretty much jobless over here. So our 2 little children have got to spend their first night outside. But that's okay, I am not that worried, I believe they will survive. So the recycler is done. Let's add another person over here. And these guys will start working on plastic for a new tent. And fiber as well, so we can build clothes. So, since we have somebody that can produce plastic now, let's plop them another tent right here. So these 2 kids will stop being homeless. But yeah, honestly, I'm a huge fan of the look of this game. There's a good post-apocalyptic feel to it. Everything is just barren and destroyed. And we're gonna rebuild over here. We will rebuild our colony and ensure that humanity survives and human together is strong. Roads aren't completely done yet, but that's okay. We now have a trapper, so we are getting food. I don't know if we actually need to cook this food, but that's okay. Our berries are already depleted, huh? And also, since we are now producing plastic, I think this would be a good time to build our medical tent, just in case something happens. And we're gonna loop around over here, kind of create a similar thing. And now, just so we can have something over here, a little bit of a welcoming thing. Let's waste some of our metal on this structure over here so we can have a roaring fire that lights up a large area. Very nice. Once nighttime comes, this thing will tell people that this is Nordia and you better not come here unless you're trying to be productive. But we have a tent now, that is great. We're making plastic, we're making planks, we have a lot of fiber actually, so I'm thinking, why don't we do the tailor right now so we can produce some more coats, but I'm more interested in the scrapper actually as well, just so we can get some metal going because that will be necessary. And who are these cute little guys here? Rabbit season. 3 colonists explained they've been working on a new kind of trap for hunting rabbits, and the group wants to set them outside the camp. The contraptions look functional, but letting the group venture far away from the colony is not without risk. You know what? We're go-getters. Let's go. Having been gone a while, the group returns, each carrying 2 or 3 rabbits on their shoulders. Awesome. It seems that these traps work very well, as long as there's enough rabbits running around. Well, that's great. So we just got a whole bunch of more food. We got a lot of venison. This guy's producing venison, which is fantastic. And we can move his work area actually over here as well. So why don't you hunt this guy? Why don't you hunt the boar actually, huh? Soon enough you'll hunt the boar. And here is our beacon of hope, guys. Right in front of us. Signaling the dawn of re-civilization. Mr. Samuel over here, busy at work. Very good. He's actually a really good resident. He's educated, so his production speed is plus 15. Picture of health, max health is plus 20%, faster injury recovery, and he's a martial artist. So I want to make sure that this guy stays with us for a very long time. The medical tent has been completed. So if there are minor injuries now, or mutations that can happen as well. That is no problem at all. The scrapper is being worked on. We have depleted our wood source, our plank source over here. So we've already had to move our work area a little bit further back, and we are now getting planks, we're getting concrete and more concrete. So perfect. Even though we have a lot of concrete actually, but that's alright. And we got a flower bush too, guys, so things are starting to look a little bit cuter over here. And we have our first injury over here. A colonist is suffering from serious mutations, but no problem. Being the awesome colony that we are very prepared. And she just went straight in. She is now being treated. Isabella will be just fine. Now, let's work on getting a gate in here. Where is that at? Security gate. And what does that actually need? It needs 20 planks, 15 concrete, which we have, 15 metal, which we are producing, and 5 plastic, which we have as well. This should not be a big problem to get it all. Let's plop this down, just so we can get out there and start exploring and get some science points as well. We got some metal laying out here, and we got some plastic as well. So since we are in such desperate need of planks and we have an excess of concrete, I think, is there a work area with a lot of wood? There we go. We got berries, planks, we got berries and 2 planks over here. So let's go over here, and it's also a little bit closer, so that will help us get more of that, and we'll grab some of the ruins as well. The concrete, that is. And we're actually in need of some survivors over here, some colonists, so we do need the gate up so that we can get in more people, because we need more people so that we still have a lot of jobs to fill. We got the sawmill still, which we can get regular trees and turn them into planks. And the forester, not that necessary just yet, but he does plant wood. He plants wood, yes, that's what he does. No, but he plants trees so that we can take them once they are mature and old and cut them into planks. And then we also need the tool shop to make tools for us. And then we need tailor as well. And there's also components for electricity, electronics, and fun boxes. Fun box, you get that, can only be found on the world map. And they're basically used for entertainment, so we need that. Electronics, very high-end materials for most advanced buildings, we find from components or scavenge from the world map locations. So at the end of the day, you can kind of see that everything is connected to one another over here. You need this to make this, and then make this. So it's all intertwined into one another. I think they did an awesome job. I think we will end this episode right over here. And in the next episode, we'll have the gate completed already. And hopefully then we can expand into the world map and ensure that our colony Nordia will turn into a formidable force and into a beacon of light and civilization. Yes, that's what we shall do. For now though, thank you guys for tuning in for episode 1. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet done so. We have recently finished the warehouse, which is important for these things to get moved into: clothes, tools, and meds. So that is all nice and dandy. But yes, as I was saying, subscribe so you can stay up to date. There will be plenty more episodes of this game. And this is just the beginning. This game is, as I said, in early access, and the developers are constantly updating it and improving it. So very excited for this game, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.